What's good, everybody? This is the kind of day that the early edge was invented for. We are powered, as always, by the almighty SportsLine. I am the coach, and we are coming off a really solid day here at the brand in a crazy day when it's so hard to handicap and figure out who's doing what and what players are going to be on the field and who aren't. My guys absolutely nailed it. Let's go ahead and take a look at yesterday. All kinds of green check marks all over the board. If you watched Early Edge Live last night, M Squared had you locked and loaded on the Saints. Never a sweat. Plus 12.5. They shut out the Bucks. Mikey was all over that, but look at that board. Then we are the most transparent show in all of sports betting. All of our football picks are right there. Every single person, including me, including little old me. Wait a second. I believe I'm perfect. I believe that I'm the only perfect capper at the early edge. So with that being said, let's bring in the stars of the show because this has to be noted. Gentlemen, did you know that I was perfect?
I did. I found out today that we were keeping score for all of these picks that I've been giving out for the entire season. There was news to me, but hey, we're sitting at 58%, so no apologies, right? You know, we just been handing them out and making money.
I would never feel bad about 58%, Chip. I mean, a lot of people would be happy with that. Not me, but a lot of people would be happy with that. That's okay. It's okay. Oh, my goodness. Look at this 5 wide today. Are you kidding me? We've got 2 NFL games today. We've got 1 bowl game today. So what does that mean? That means we've got 2 shows. Yes, right. 2 live shows, 4 p.m. Eastern time this afternoon. AB and the boys. Then at 7:15 Eastern time, I'll be back right here counting down to the second primetime game. We're here for you. Let's introduce the crew. Live from Nashville, Tennessee, the penthouse level. M Squared. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, fellas. And shout out to Aaron Thomas in the chat, said perfect at losing showdowns. And I think that's an accurate statement.
You are a savage that I have so much respect for. Damn you, Aaron Thomas. Now, also live from Nashville, Tennessee, but 8-4s below. Dial up. Good morning, sir.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, I'll say this. You know, we were having a great day, and then that Saints and Bucks game came along and just killed 2 of my props because no one was doing anything. So, Mikey, I apologize, you and everybody else, you know, on the penthouse floors. It got a little loud. I was kind of throwing mop buckets around at that game, but, yeah, man, apologies for that.
How could anybody have predicted a 9-0 game involving Tom Brady?
It was the first time he's ever been shut out at home. And the guy's played since, like, before the Bible was written. So, I mean, you know, what are you going to do?
255 games since he was shut out. They play 16 games in a season, so do the math. 255 games. Now, one of our college football experts, and we decided to come bring him on today because we're going to have bowl games every single day, and we need picks for every single one. Chip Patterson. Good morning, sir.
Oh, fired up. I mean, we're taking you to just the home of airbrush T-shirts, the home of the biker rallies. I mean, we are going to be in Myrtle Beach, y'all. I mean, this is the true Vegas of the Atlantic coast, and I'm excited for it to be on everyone's screen. And like the midday bowl game is the perfect betting bowl game. It gets you through the day on into the NFL at night. So very happy to be here breaking it down, all the college football bowl action with y'all. I
am also very excited to have here. I don't know if I've ever heard Myrtle Beach and y'all said in the same sentence before. So I like that. And ladies and gentlemen, I am so thrilled to have this man back on the show because he's been a little bit under the weather. But Zack, you look good. The smile is sharp. Good morning.
Oh, man, Coach, you're definitely right. I was under the weather. First time in a long time last week. I pride myself on my immune system. It just hit me last week. But Saturday, I started feeling 100%. Holiday week, we've got family in town, so our house is ready to go. Monday Night Football, I've got one play today. That record, 16-15, it feels like it's the record from October. I feel like I've had a couple other plays in there for NFL, but let's get to it.
Let's get to it. That's right. Family is everything, and you are like family to us, sir. So let's get in. Storylines that could affect the betting lines today. And I mentioned that there are bowl games seemingly every single day. Today, just one, but there's been a little trend, Chip, that we've seen through the first 8 bowl games. What is it?
It is that underdogs are 6-2 against the number, but these underdogs are not just getting it done at the pay window. They are getting it done, as we like to say, on the field. That's right. We've got 4 outright winners from these 6 underdogs that have all covered the spread. Middle Tennessee, Western Kentucky, Bailey Zappi making history on the way. UAB and Utah State, all outright winners as underdogs, and only the Louisiana Raging Cajuns and Liberty, which just absolutely ran it up on Eastern Michigan. Those are the only 2 teams that have covered as favorites so far. So the underdogs right now are very, very live in bowl season, not only to cover the spread, but maybe for your little money line sprinkles.
Oh man. You said sprinkle. You said money. You're just talking my language this morning. Damn it. And I tell you what, the bowl games, the other teams don't know each other, and that's been a big deal. A lot of trick plays, a lot of big scoring plays. The overs have been coming in also. Something to take a look at. All right, back to the NFL. And Jonathan Taylor, if he is not the NFL MVP this year, then maybe it is Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. But Jonathan Taylor's pretty salty. AB, talk to me.
Yeah, as Jonathan Taylor goes, the Colts go. He has a rushing touchdown in 11 straight games. And you look at the Colts, when Jonathan Taylor goes for 100+ yards, the Colts are 8-0 straight up. When he doesn't reach that number, they're 0-6.
Wow. Let that resonate for a second. Oh, yeah, that feels good. That feels good. All right. Let's get into our board today. And because we have 4 of the greatest cappers in the world on the show, we're not doing a play from SportsLine. But as you know, every single game is simulated 10,000 times. If you are not a SportsLine member, what in the world are you doing? By the way, pound that like button for me, everybody, one time. All right? Use the promo code EDGE if you're not sure. And I'll give you the simulations, the cappers, the analysis. I'll give it all to you for free for 30 days. So either way, you have no excuses not to come join our family. Now, it's a Monday morning. We've got multiple NFL games. We have a bowl game. We have basketball today. So we need energy. We need focus. And M squared, you know the drill, son. Give it to me.
I appreciate you starting with the guy with the most energy out of anyone for sure here. Let's go Browns, Raiders, over 35.5. That is an alternate line because we're putting it in a teaser with the LA Rams -1. So in this game here, this total for the Browns Raiders is sitting at 41.5. I'm bringing it down to 35 and taking the over. The COVID protocols and everyone coming back. We still have some news here today as far as who could potentially play, but the players that would be returning would only help the cause for the over in my mind here. I think this number is just a little bit too low. It's a very key number here at 35.5 for us. We still get there with a 20-17 game, which is exactly what I think we're looking at in this spot. So I like the over here. I think they're able to put some points on the board. And then we're going to be pairing that with the Rams -1 at home against the Seahawks. To another pretty big COVID situation as the Rams really benefited from this game getting pushed back while it punished the Seahawks, who added 6 players to the COVID reserve list who will likely be unavailable to play in this game. Most notably, Jalen Ramsey back for the Rams. That's going to help them quite a bit. Take them at -1 in this teaser.
I love this play. For those of you brand new to the brand, Mikey always does a great job of explaining why you can look at a game and it may not look attractive, and then you put it into a teaser, and all of a sudden it changes everything. And this is exactly what we're doing today. Mikey, thank you very much. Now, Chip, you just gave us a great dissertation on all the underdogs that have been doing work so far in the bowl season. Are you on another underdog today?
Absolutely, especially when we're talking about the Old Dominion Monarchs, because they didn't necessarily expect to be here. They got off to a horrid start to the season, but got really, really hot late in the year. Now, Tulsa has a little bit of the same experience, but this is a disappointing 6-6 for Tulsa. This is an inspiring 6-6 for ODU under Coach Ricky Ronnie, who, by the way, they did not even play last year. I think the New York Times snubbed ODU when they snobbled wrongfully named UConn the national champions in 2020. The Monarchs were out here trying to build up a program under their new head coach. And I think that the way that we saw them catch fire late in the season means that they bring a lot of juice and a lot of energy. If there was a prop I could bet on turnovers, I would take the over, because both these teams do a very, very poor job of taking care of the ball. So I'm thinking sloppy. I'm thinking turnovers. I'm seeing a spread of more than a touchdown. Give me all those points.
Oh, my goodness. Give me all those points. By the way, you're becoming a very, very popular man in the chat.
What's up,
Pure Pick says Chip's energy needs to be in every single show. Manny says Chip's got that coach energy. Interesting. Our crew, meaning our crew in the chat, they're very, very hard to please. So if you can please them, damn it, Chip, you can please anybody.
That's
really
a good
can.
compliment from Manny. I'll take it, and I'll back away from the microphone and just walk out on that one.
All right, AB, you already apologized for your props last night that didn't hit, but no props hit other than Leonard Fournette getting 8,000 targets. So let's go right back to the well today. What do you have for us?
Yeah, we're not afraid to go right back to it. And I got to say, I missed hearing Chip's voice on this show. Anybody that didn't watch our Wednesday college preview shows, he's an electric factory, man. Like, I just love having Chip back here. Look, we got two plays tonight. We're going to go first, Hunter Renfrow for the Raiders, over 77.5 receiving yards. Look, his production has doubled over the last 3 weeks with the injuries that the Raiders are dealing with, and he's eclipsed this number in those three as well. And in fact, he's gone for over 100-plus receiving yards in all three of those. And I don't know who else the Raiders are going to throw to be completely honest with you, because they're kind of banged up. Second, we're going to go Justin Jefferson for the Vikings, longest reception, over 28.5 yards. He's eclipsed this number in 3 of his last 4 games. And the Bears should be focusing and bringing their defense up to stop Dalvin Cook. And if we've seen anything with the Vikings, especially what we saw last week, it doesn't matter if they're up 30, they will go crazy and start passing the ball for no reason whatsoever. But I think it's going to be a fun game. So yeah, Renfrow, Jefferson, let's get it.
And there will be a live sweat on that game as we are live at 7:15 Eastern time with our second Early Edge live show during the end of that game and leading up to the second Monday Night Football game tonight, which is awesome, and we're all here for it. Now, I did this on purpose because we love this man so much and because the final spot in the show is so coveted. By the way, what's the date today, everybody? Can somebody tell me what the date is? Is today the 20th? Is today the 20th?
It is.
Do you know what that means tomorrow is? Anybody? Raise your hand. Anybody?
The Maestro.
You're damn right. The Maestro comes back tomorrow. And he's bringing along with him a brand new baby girl. Maestro, we missed you. Can't wait to have you back tomorrow. But that leaves today. And Zack Attack, there is nobody I would rather put in the Maestro spot than you, sir. So I'm going to back off, as Chip says. I'm going to back off the mic, and the floor is yours, sir. What do you got?
Well, I've got a Monday night play. I know Larry would have one too, but let's hope I can get it right like Larry would. I'm going to go with the Bears plus 6.5. I think that's been the theme this week in the NFL, is to back these significant line moves with these COVID issues. I know the Bears had significant COVID problems. It bit them last week against the Packers in the second half when their defense just unraveled. So that's going to be a problem for them. But I think their offense can do a little bit of what they did last week, maybe cut down on the turnover. And like I said, these big COVID line moves in the NFL, they just haven't paid off this week. I was on the Packers yesterday and the 49ers. The Packers one was just brutal for me. But I look at this Minnesota Vikings team. They've had problems all year long on pulling away from teams. They could be a serious contender if they had won a little bit more games. In their division, they had not won a game by more than 3 points. And then you go back to last year's matchups against the Bears. Both games were decided by 6 points, including Monday Night Football game last year that the Vikings won by 6 points. So I'll take that number of 6.5 with the Bears.
You're damn right we will. Take that 6.5, and you know where we're all going to meet. By the way, in the chat, somebody's wondering where Allie is today. Normally, she's here on a Monday. I'm staring at the list of games for the NHL today. There's 5 on the board. Do you know how many they're going to play? 2. 3 have already been postponed. That is why Allie is not on the show today. For those of you hockey heads that love the Ice Queen. All right, gentlemen, we're up against it. Grab your paper. Grab your pencil. Here is the recap, and it is glorious. M squared, one play today. A teaser that we don't normally see, and I love it. Cleveland, Las Vegas, bringing the total down to 35.5 and play the over, and then tease that with the Rams, bring that number down to -1. You got a -120. We're locked and loaded. Then Chip, we're on Old Dominion. The underdogs continue to play well and cover today. Then Hunter Renfrow, over 77.5 receiving yards from AB, and Justin Jefferson of the Vikings, longest reception, over 28.5 yards. I just see Kirk Cousins just lofting it into the back of the end zone from the 30-yard line, and we score, and we cover that bet in the process. Then Zack attack. He's on the Bears, though, +6.5 to cover against the Minnesota Vikings. Then the jeweler today getting into the mix. Little teaser action, -120. We'll go Raiders +9. Minnesota, Chicago over 38.5. Woo, a lot going on today. We'll be back at 4 Eastern time, AB and the boys. Then 7:15 Eastern time, me and the boys. And we're going to have you covered top to bottom. We love it. We love grinding. We love doing this. I told you a year ago, we'd be here 7 days a week, 365 days a year. If somebody wants to go back and find a day we've missed, go for it. You're going to be working a long time. We don't miss, and we show up. Let's go. There's only one thing left to do, and you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these Monday tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, Chip, M squared, Dial Up, who else? Zack Attack, and the jeweler, our executive producer, puts it all together here at the brand. I am the coach. Set your notifications. Don't miss 1 second of this content right here on the Early Edge. Good luck.